Hello, people. Welcome to the Hartsfield Atlanta Jackson Airport, where I am doing a very special podcast today. Today I'm leaving on an enormous round-the-world trip. I have to give you a caveat. I don't know if I'll actually make it all the way around the world, but my plan is to go to a lot of countries. Going to start in Argentina. Going to be in Argentina for about 2 weeks. I'll give you a little backstory. So in March of 2020, I was sitting at home, hating life, and I started to develop a lot of new and interesting hobbies, I guess, or interests. Number one, I started watching travel vlogs. I started really longing to get out and see the world. Number two, I started to look at tattoo Instagram profiles that specialized in tattoos. And there was one profile that really caught my eye. This girl from Argentina makes traditional American tattoos. And they're absolutely sick. So I decided, well, that was like the first tattoo I ever saw where I was like, all right, I want that on my body. Like, for sure, 100%. Like, before I'd been interested in tattoos just on other people, but that was the first one where I was like, okay, I have to get this. So I've been waiting for the last 2 and some change years to get this tattoo. I wanted to get it, obviously, in March 2020. And then as time went on, Argentina was never open. I went to Colombia. I kept looking to see if Argentina was open, if I could make a little detour, but nothing worked out. So here we are, 2.5 years later. I'm about to go to Argentina and get a tattoo. Needless to say, I'm very excited. And look, I'm a free boy. I'm in an airport with no mask. Look at this, guys. Look how far we made it. From being inside, terrified to leave, from disinfecting groceries, now we're in one of the most crowded places on the planet, the Atlanta airport with no mask. We did it, guys. You and me, we did it. So yeah, that's the plan. I am going to vlog the whole thing, so if you want to join along for the journey, I'll post a link in the description. Really appreciate the support. So that's the first 2 weeks. I'm going to go to Argentina. Might go to Patagonia. Not really sure. And then I will go to Ireland, my homeland. I recently took a genetic test, and I'm 99.8% Irish, 0.1% Nigerian. So I'm black, guys. No, just kidding. I am going to Ireland. I'm going to maybe track down my ancestors. I don't know how that works. I don't know the first thing about that. It probably won't happen, but I would like to, keep that thought in my head. Maybe that'll happen. Maybe I'll go to a castle and, oh, wow, my family was royalty. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of let you guys know what's going on. And I kind of wanted to cement this moment in history, more so for me, because this is a trip I've been looking forward to for a very, very long time. I came home in July of 2021. Just what I thought was going to be for a few weeks ended up being 9 months. So needless to say, we are well overdue for a trip. And, I did not finish. So Ireland, and then I bought a motorcycle. I bought a motorcycle in Ireland, guys. I paid a man on the internet some money to track down a motorcycle for me. He bought it. It's waiting for me in Ireland, in a garage where I will be working. I'm working for this guy. I'm going to sleep on his couch. He's going to feed me 3 meals a day. Bada bing, bada boom. Live for free. Hopefully get a few tips on motorcycles because I don't know jack shit. And I have zero expenses other than the motorcycle gear. Let's see. Yeah, and then I'm going to go to Wales, where I'm going to work in a garden on a castle. I think it's a castle. Through a website called World Packers, where you can connect with people all over the world who have volunteer opportunities and let you live for free. And if you want to do that, I will post a link in the description. You get, I think it's $10 off with my code, and then I get a little something too. So we both win. But anyways, guys, that's the plan so far. That's about 2.5. That's almost 2 months worth of plans. And then, guys, we are just going to keep driving east. I'm going to drive my motorcycle as far as I can through Europe, heading east. I I don't know how far I can get with the war. I don't know how far I can get with COVID borders. Really have no idea. I am triple vaccinated because I'm a good, obedient boy, and I wanted to be able to get into any countries that I wanted to. So hopefully that'll work to our advantage. But guys, after we get through, Eastern Europe, like Poland and whatnot, I really have no idea what the visa situation looks like. I did some loose research. But I don't know, man. We might get stranded in a country. I really don't know what I'm doing. But I kind of like it that way, Keep it. It's a humbling experience going out into the world. And honestly, it's been a while since I've been to a country where I really didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was in Colombia, and first few weeks were a little rough, but after a while, I kind of figured it out. I speak Spanish, so it wasn't too bad. I think Argentina will be a little more difficult than Colombia. Spanish is a little harder. I don't really know anything about the culture. I think Ireland will be pretty easy, hopefully. But then after that, like Germany, Poland, Eastern European countries, don't know the language, don't know the currency. I don't know shit about that place except for they used to be Soviet countries and there's a war. And they drink vodka and eat potatoes. And that's it. Sorry for any stereotypes. But yeah, that's the plan, guys. I usually don't like to kind of tip my hand too much as far as traveling goes. I like to kind of keep you guys and myself on my toes as far as what's going to happen. Especially with COVID borders, you really never know, honestly. So it's kind of silly to make these grand plans, but I know for damn sure I'm going to Argentina, I'm going to Ireland, I'm going to Wales, 100% sure. And I have the job in Ireland and I have a job in Wales. So that will happen. But further east of that, I really don't know. I'm hoping that the European Union countries will kind of ease up their COVID restrictions. Have I researched that? No. Zero research. Haven't looked into that whatsoever. But I think it's happening. I mean, look, I'm not wearing a mask. She's not wearing a mask. No one's wearing a mask. It's great. We're free. So yeah, but like I said, I just kind of wanted to cement this moment in history. Like, I feel like this is a very important trip for me. I haven't been to like a quote unquote humbling place in a while. It's been since I was in Japan, so that's been a little over 3 years since I've been to a place where everything was new to me. So I imagine it will get a little difficult in those Eastern European countries. But you know what, dude? Hey, man, we're along for the ride. There's ups and downs, trials, tribulations, but I think we're going to be fine. Before I left, I was really worried about money. I didn't make a ton of money. I was living at home with my parents. Shout out my folks because they really helped me out. Gave me a free place to stay. It helped me out so much. Helped me kind of start the YouTube channel up and start taking it more seriously and kind of develop a groove as far as that goes. So I really appreciate the support from my folks. So that helped a lot, but in the end, I didn't make a lot of money. I was really trying to make the YouTube thing work. I was teaching drums, not making much, like I said. So going into this, I haven't had a chance to save money, and I had to buy the motorcycle over there. So I was looking at a very sad amount of money to start traveling the world on. But guys, I was a good boy. I was a good office boy for a few months, and I worked at a W-2 job. For all you degenerates out there that don't know what that is, that means I was an employee and I paid taxes like a real American. And so I got a tax return back. I got a couple grand back. Big deal for me. So the pockets are lined. I'm feeling better about money. I'm about to go blow it all on lottery tickets and cigarettes. It's going to be great. Vodka. Outstanding. Really great content coming your way. Let's see. What else? So I had a chance to meet up with a lot of my old friends. I went to the WGI World Championships in Dayton, Ohio. It's a big nerd convention where some of the best drummers in the world get together and they compete to see who's the best drumline. And I was teaching one of these groups. So I've been in this activity for a long time. A lot of my old friends are in this activity, so I'm seeing these guys, and a lot of them are telling me like, oh, I think it's so great what you're doing. supporting me, which feels great. But a lot of them ask me, like, how do you do it? Or, I wish I was as brave as you or whatever. Their words, not mine. I don't consider myself super brave. But, I was finding myself struggle to leave. Like, I bought the ticket a month in advance, and each day got a little more challenging, got a little more worrying. Like, as far as money, do I have enough money? What does enough money even mean? How much money is that? I tried to put together a budget, didn't really work, but I'm just going to end up winging it. But honestly, man, there's never the right time to leave. There's always going to be, maybe your grandma's in the hospital, your niece has a birthday, or you don't know if you're going to be able to afford it, or you don't know what the situation looks like with COVID. There's always going to be a reason about why you shouldn't go. And I'm not saying those aren't valid. They probably are valid. But in the end, it just comes down to, do you want to make it work? Will you sacrifice big things, time with your family, maybe your last moments with your grandparents, lots of money? Will you sacrifice those things to get what you want? And I'm not saying I'm like especially talented. Like I mentioned earlier, I have been getting a lot of help from my parents. They let me stay with them, which means a lot, and it helps out a lot. And I understand that not everybody's in the same situation, but I don't know. To me, I'm just like, honestly, this lifestyle, like what I'm doing, sometimes it doesn't even make sense to me. I'm like, how much longer can I even do this? I'm not saving for retirement. I'm not doing XYZ that adults should be doing. I'm just kind of living my life, like 2-3 months at a time. But I'm having a great time, and I'm really happy. And I feel like this is exactly what I should be doing. So, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I mean, I guess I'm trying to give you advice. But if this is something that you've envisioned yourself doing, it's possible. People are doing it. People are doing with probably less money than you are. I was reading this blog the other day, this really good blogger called Nomadic Matt, and he talks about how to afford long-term travel. And he interviewed this girl where she left home with $3,000 in her bank account, which it depends on which country you're in, but that'll probably last you 2 or 3 months, 3 or 4, maybe 5 if you're really frugal. And she just fucking sent it, bro. She volunteered a lot. She did work exchanges for food and stuff. She worked at hostels. She was a bartender. The thing is, like, if you have the determination to do it, it will make sense. Like, it will sort itself out. And like I said, it's not like I'm a rags to riches story. It's not like I come from nothing, but there are some days where I'm like, I don't think this is responsible. Like, I should probably get a job. And then, I keep making videos, and I keep running into you guys that are like continuing to support me. And honestly, it's more so about the feeling that I get from it. It just feels right to me, right? And I think that's the most important thing. And that's what keeps me going. So I don't know if you are watching this and like you've had the inkling to get out and see the world. I mean, now's the time to do it, bro. If you're working a full-time job, just take off a few weeks or, a week or 2 and just try the travel thing. Go to like a random country on a map and just see what happens. To me, it's been one of the best things I've ever done. I feel a little weird. I don't want to get preachy on you guys. Like, I know everybody's in a different situation, and I'm not really one to tell you what to do with your life. Do whatever you want. But if it's something that you have wanted, it's possible. And you can do it. Well, anyways, guys, I just wanted to get on here and kind of cement this moment in time. More so for me, honestly. This is just a trip I've wanted to go on forever. So I don't know how long I'm going to be gone. Some people ask me like, oh yeah, when are you coming back? And the answer I give them is whenever I run out of money. Let's let this guy pass. He's a real one. I don't envy the airport employees that have to still wear masks. Don't envy them. God, dude, the flight to Buenos Aires is like 10 hours and I don't have to wear a mask. I'm so excited, dude. Oh my God. We're going to get a full meal. They might even serve alcohol. Oh my God. I'm a free boy. So that's another thing. If, you've been timid about COVID or whatever, now's the time to go, bro. I mean, you don't have to go to Europe, war-torn continent. Go to South America. Go to Central America. Go to Southeast Asia. There are places that are open. And yeah, now's the time to do it. So that's my little plug. What was I even talking about? Well, I think that's it, guys. I don't have much more to add. Oh yeah, I don't know when I'm coming back. I mean, ideally, I'll go through Europe, and then when it starts getting cold in like October, November, December, I'll go south, maybe to the Mediterranean, and then just continue east. Hopefully, I can make it out of Europe through Turkey, and I think the Middle Eastern countries will be a little questionable, to say the least. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe they're totally fine, but that's a pretty off the beaten path place I haven't really looked into. So, well, anyways, guys, thanks for hopping on and chatting with me. Thank you for listening. I hope you're enjoying the videos. Yeah, there's going to be some good ones. I got the GoPro, this thing. I got obviously a nice little microphone. So I think the setup for the videos is gonna be pretty lit on the motorcycle. All right, dudes. Hey, if you want to see the tattoo that I'm getting, check out the video. I'll link it in the description. All right, guys. Till the next one. Peace.